Greetings, everybody. My name is Michael, and today we're doing a DoorDash delivery. We haven't done this in a very long time. I am not the greatest fan of Uber or Lyft, and now I was finally approved for Lyft the first day that I should have been eligible. For whatever reason, I was still ineligible, so I contacted support, and after I turned 25, after waiting more than 24 hours, we were able to go through the usual, the background check and everything, and most of this information was already filled out from previously, so it sped things up. I still had to wait, but we finally got the green thumb of approval. Everything's all good. You can drive for Lyft. What about the $1,000 bonus? Well, I didn't see that anywhere. I signed up for Lyft because at first I wanted to make a little bit of money. When I returned back to America, I wanted to do Uber and Lyft while working so that I could support myself financially. And my main goal was making over $5,000 per month back then. And I could have done it because I knew that by using Lyft and by using Uber, by being a customer and asking these drivers how much they made and how many hours they worked, I knew it was possible for me to make, first of all, $5,000 plus. Yes, I would have to work full time with Lyft, but I met a gentleman who was making around $6,000 per month. Now, that was also before when they paid a little bit better. So, he was working. I was trusting his word, but reading online, it varies. However, we're kind of near a bigger city. So in Chicago, it certainly is possible to make $5,000, $6,000 per month driving full-time, working 8 to 9 hours per day. I'm not sure if he worked 5 or 6 days a week, but whatever. So it gave me an idea. What if I just sign up and work full-time and then do this part-time as well? And I could easily make $5,000, $6,000. Now I'm making $5,000, $6,000 with my job. I'm working more than the average person because the average person works 40, 45 hours. I work probably 55, I work probably 57, 58, 59, 60 hours, somewhere right around there, some weeks more. And then with Uber, I don't do Uber, but I used to do DoorDash, add an extra couple hours there. YouTube, I don't really consider work, but if someone does, because technically I get paid a little bit. Woo, my last paycheck was $100-something. So that's always, I'm always grateful for stuff like that because it's a hobby of mine. I love doing it. I love making videos. It's my stress release. And I hope to make more money doing it in the future. I hope to be able to actually, invest in the channel and get a camera and whatnot and invest in crypto and all this. But for right now, gig work is a little bit of fun because you don't have to do it when you don't want to, but when you need a little bit of money, like right now, I need a little bit. I need like $20. Okay, well, let's do DoorDash. I'm making $10.50 from this delivery. That's fine. Let's do 2 DoorDashes. I pick and choose. I don't pick the bad orders. I mean, my acceptance rate is terrible, but I don't care because I've gotten orders where it's $20. And that's fine for me. So as long as I'm making the moolah and I'm driving in an area where I'm very familiar with this area, I grew up around here. I was born and raised. There's a lot of nice houses in the nearby vicinity and you get good tips. I know it pretty well. Don't have to waste too much time. I know the shortcuts and it's very fun. So I thought I might as well do Lyft because sometimes I don't want to pick up food. It's not necessarily the best. And I tried Uber, and it was all right. I don't really like it, but it was all right. And I made a little bit of money. Well, Lyft then gave me a little bonus email that, hey, if you sign up and actually finish your application, because I tried Uber first, then we'll give you $100. And I thought to myself, that's pretty cool because you get an extra $100 on top of what you already make. And let me finish my application. Oh, I'm not able to. Well, why is that? Well, you have to be 25. Wait. I remember you was 21 plus, and it was up until recently. Up until a couple of years ago, it was 21 plus, and I was 23, and I couldn't drive. I was 23 and a half, and I was just shocked at that. And they said, well, you got to be 25. All right. Then I get another email, $200 bonus, then another one, $500 bonus, then another one, the big one. You will get $1,000 for 5 rides. I think the $200 one was for one ride, and then the $500 one was for, I think, maybe 5 rides. I don't know, something like that, or 2 or 3 rides. Yeah, I think it was 3 rides. Get a $500 bonus for 3 rides. And I was like, that's pretty cool. You're able to make a fair amount of money. Even if I don't want to drive Lyft or Uber, of course, anybody will do it. Even if you've never done gig work before, if someone offered you $1,000 to spend 3 hours of your time driving random people around, would you, and actually, then you'd make a little bit more than 1,000, because let's say 1,050, right? Or maybe 1,000, even up to 100. I don't know how much your average per ride is, but let's say somewhere around there. Let's say $1,065.36 for spending 3.5 hours of your time driving random people around. Would you do it? I think unless you're Bill Gates, most people are going to say, yes, of course I'm going to do it. Why not? Wear and tear. I don't care if I drive a Bentley. I could do wear and tear for over $1,000. Well, there was a deadline. And that deadline went and passed because I was under 25. And trust me, I tried. I argued with Lyft and I said, oh, please, pretty please, I'll use my own insurance. I know it's because of the insurance. Well, I'll use my own insurance. Everything's gonna, no, they don't care. So I thought, well, that's fine. I'll wait till I'm 25. And then I got another email, another $500 bonus. Well, we're getting closer to 25. I was 24 then. It was last year. And I got another email. And then another one, another $1,000 bonus. This is the big one. And they gave me like 200 days or whatever. And then another $500 bonus because the previous one expired. The most recent one expired literally just a couple months ago. Everything ended up expiring. And then I get more emails and the links still work. And I'm like, wait, 25 is just around the corner. I could do this. Well, wrong, because the email didn't specify. You have to go, I just got off the support chat with Lyft. The email did not specify that you have to do it your first ride within 30 days, but technically it's since receiving the code, since receiving the email when you open the email. Meaning, even though the codes were still active when I signed up at 25 years old for the $1,000 bonus, I have 92 days and a couple hours left or whatever, I am unable to get it because I did not provide the first ride within the first 30 days of receiving that email. Well, first of all, I argued, when I received the email, I was under 25, and every single time I tried, it said I was ineligible. How am I supposed to give a ride if I never even finished the application? I understand if I had a full profile, I never even was able to access the application. They said they're not able to help me because that's how the system is designed. And here's some tips. Maybe if you give normal rides, you'll get a bonus every now and then, a bonus of like $100. I don't care about that. And that's random. That's if you're already supporting Lyft. I'm not going to support Lyft. That's so sad because I really needed and wanted that $1,000, but I'd rather DoorDash at this point. And DoorDash, all these gig work apps suck. They're terrible apps. There's so many things wrong with them, and one day I won't ever have to do this again because we're going to be financially independent to a point where I won't care. And I really respect these apps to a point because, yes, if someone is in a very, very bad financial position, these are able to help them out. But it's out of desperation that people use these apps. So the average person is not going to be using these apps full time. They're going to use them part time for a little bit, then they'll stop using them. I stopped using them for many months. And we're at this gorgeous hotel, and we're gonna drop off this food. So, anyways, that is that. I'm not getting $1,000. Maybe I'll get another smaller coupon. I was reading on Reddit that they're not really gonna deliver this $1,000 coupon again, so you can say goodbye to that. Let me just find parking here. Hopefully, I don't get a ticket, and that's that. So. On top of these apps being already terrible, and if you don't believe me, you can look it up. There's so many bad reviews about them. They get you hyped up because it's not like, oh, I'm making this up out of thin air. I'll get $1,000. No, it is something that people have gotten. It is something that they were emailing me many times about. And that's the thing. It was like, it's like urging you, like, oh, you're in a bad financial position. Well, here's $1,000. Oh, you can't use it. You're under 25. Who cares? That's not our problem. Customer parking only. Well, this store is closed, so it'll be quick. It'll be quick. It's very cold. I don't care. Doing one delivery, maybe a second one tomorrow. I could care less, and we're relaxing after work because that's that. So, thanks for watching. Have a good one.
I just wanted to show you guys. It is a hotel I've always passed by here in Wheeling, the Westin. And I've always enjoyed the way it looks. So one of these days, maybe for like a special celebratory night, I don't know, like an anniversary or half birthday or something we can celebrate, I do want to stay in it. So anyways, there goes $10.75, although $1,000 would be better. So Lyft for right now. I'm not driving. I don't care. I need the money, but there's other ways for me to earn it. And part of that is working sales, so I can always take on even more hours. And January is always a little tough with sales, but I don't care. There's other stuff I can do as well. And it's just unfortunate because Lyft, Uber, and DoorDash and all these gig apps, the reason I do them is because it pays out almost instantly. Yes, there's fees and whatnot, but sometimes you need $20, $30, $50 here and there. This year and the past year, it's been very difficult because although I am making good money, there's a lot of stuff that needs to be paid for. But once we get out of this, it's going to be very exciting. I'm just upset because I knew that this was probably going to happen. I got my hopes up because, I forgot about it, and then I finally turned 25, and I realized, well, hey, this might be a solution. I actually kind of need the money. I mean, I don't necessarily need it. It'd be very nice to pay down one of my credit cards because, yeah, I made the payment. Now I just want to reduce the credit card for the statement date that's coming up soon. But I guess not. It'd be nice to have $1,050 extra. And tomorrow is my day off, and I get to have a couple hours to myself to be able to, apart from chores, to be able to do this. But no. So, unless Lyft randomly decides to give me, I'll take even a $500 bonus right now. I'll take it. I mean, I'll always take money. If you give me $200 for one ride, I'll take that. I'll take $500 for 3 rides. I'll take $1,000 for 5 rides. Give me $10,000 for 100 rides. Bonus on top. Not the guaranteed income, because that is a whole different story. But anyways, we'll make a full-blown episode about gig work one of these days. And it's not like I've made tons of money. I would never want to do it full-time, considering that once you really get into it, you can read on the forums, there's so many things that go wrong, and it's a better investment of my time to find a job and build my skill set. But it's not knocking anybody who does this full time, because we all are living in the struggle, especially right now when the economy's kind of so you got to do what you got to do, but eventually most people get out after a couple of years. Even if you are doing it full time, eventually you get out. And I've talked with, as a salesman, I sell cars. I've sold to people who drive Uber. I've also not sold cars to people who drive Uber, because in many cases they're not able to get financing, or it's tricky or whatever. And I ask them, I see how much they make. I ask them how it is, and many are not satisfied, and there's reasons they're not satisfied. Part of that is the support. So I'm not obviously blaming the person I was talking with, and I made sure to let them know that I am frustrated. However, I know it's not your fault, because working car sales is retail. Working retail, I know exactly what it is to be on the other end, and I don't like getting yelled at by a customer for something that's out of my control. So I make sure to always be polite. But this is to the company. I mean, just, it would be better not to even tease us with these bonuses. Again, something silly. If it was 25 always, I understand, but it was 21 before. When you click the email, there was nothing about that 30-day practice. And that's the thing that irks me. Because the support chat said, well, if you visit our website, but I don't care. I'm looking at the email. I'm not visiting the website. I don't care. The email says, let me point it out to you. The email says, let's see if I'm able to get it pulled up. There we go. That's the email. 92 days. 15 hours, 12. Give 5 rides, get a $5,000 bonus. Get a $1,000 bonus when you give 5 rides by 7:39 a.m. on April 26th. Well, it's January 23rd. And then I scroll down to the bottom. Well, what if it's at the bottom? That's it. That's it. So, anyways, thanks so much. Have a good one.